So hello all. I want to explain a little bit how I approach this. So first you need to understand that this part over here, all right, was worth 10%. This part over here, 1%. Each and every one of you got that 1% here. The writing was worth 4%. This is where many of you had a problem. Again, for 10% of the mark, I'm looking for more than just a sentence or a basic summary or watching you read the chapter so that you could then explain it to me. With speaking of 6 to 8 minutes, obviously I wanted you to come prepared, which is why I told you now what to prepare for. If I asked you, for example, about a subpart and the main idea for it, I'm not expecting to watch you read it and then tell me, which is going to take 3 to 4 minutes, and then what? How much time do we have left? That happened with a few of you. You also need to be sure that you have an appropriate book that's easy for you to have access to. I understand sometimes it's online. However, if this is what I've asked you to do, this is exactly what I'm going to ask you to do. That's all. So if I'm like this subpart, the main idea, give it to me. That's perfect. We're on the same page. That's prepared. Again, not watching you read and waiting for you to answer with pretty basic, in some cases, a little bit of a basic explanation. So your content was worth 6. Did you understand this over here? Your grammar was worth 2. Your pronunciation was worth 2. And as I said, this part over here, everybody got. And when it came to the writing, that was out of 4. And then I looked at the things I asked you to summarize, and I then kind of judged whether or not you did an effective job of summarizing it, those points. Okay, and in this case, for the writing, I was very clear. What it is I wanted you to do was really just to focus on that, and again, you had time to prepare for it. There was nothing new. It was no surprise. You knew exactly what to expect. So, in the future, I'd like to see this better prepared so that our 6 to 8 minutes can be you and I talking, and not me waiting for you to find a document or to read it, or etc. Okay, and make sure, again, if I'm asking you to read this chapter, it's because I want you to read this chapter. And what you summarize needs to be about this chapter and not your own personal opinions about telephone manners. That's not why we're there. It's a very short little video, but that's how I approached marking this evaluation.